A new season begins tomorrow for the Dorchester Roxbury Little League. To tell us about the instructional baseball and t-ball program is the president, John Gordon. Thank you very much for being with us, John.
Well, thank you for having me.
Let's go back over how you got this league started.
Well, it's been started before me. We've been around this year 55 years. I got into this league myself 17 years ago with my oldest son that graduated from this league.
And as far as what it costs to have your kid in the league like this, is this something that's pretty steep, getting the equipment and things like that?
Not at all. This is the most economical league possible, I believe. We only charge $50 when we have other towns charging upwards of $100.
Now, this is a league that, because you're starting here February 1st, you start indoors, right?
We start indoors, yes.
So what goes on?
Well, the first part of the program is free and is indoors. It's so that we can get the registration process going for the upcoming spring season. All right, and indoors we get to teach them the fundamentals, play smaller, rated games and things of that sort, and then they're ready to come outside.
I guess the thing about baseball is it takes time to pick up things, so it's not just a chance to play in a game, but you need time to practice. How much time do you give kids, let's say, in a given week? Any
given week, we meet maybe 3 times a week. 1 day is practice and usually 2 are games. Early in the season, maybe 2 days of practice, 1 is a game for that sort. Maybe 2 hours in the evening.
And what are the ages you're talking about?
We go from 4 to 13 years of age. And then our affiliate RBI Baseball, they pick up the children from 13 on.
And where do you play the games?
We play right on Talbot Avenue in Dorchester, right beside the Joseph
Harambe Park there?
Yes, Harambe Park.
Right. And as far as the kind of coaching, do you have time to work with the kids and go over things with them, show where you hold the glove when you're fielding a grounder?
Well, definitely. Like, for instance, I myself and a lot of my coaches, I work more in the wintertime so I can spend more time working with the children during the spring and the early summer. So we have plenty of time. Yeah. We have about 30 volunteers.
What do you talk about as far as what happens with young people in this league and what they become when they get older? Do you see this making a difference in some way?
It definitely has. We've had children that graduated from the league that have played in minor leagues like the Cubs and have went on to college to play professional ball and from there to play professional ball.
What about yourself?
I myself, I wish I had done it, especially to see the money that the players are making now. But I started watching and I said, you know what, these children need to learn the game of baseball so they can be effective in the actual game.
Well, one thing we hear about baseball is there aren't as many young people watching.
Yeah, that's very true. There's not as many watching. Truthfully, the public likes to be where someone's winning. But being the Red Sox won this year, hopefully this does a lot better,
But I guess the other thing is that it makes a difference if you're really engaged in the sport because I remember, I started following the Red Sox the same time as I started going down to the park. And for me, the two are just inseparable.
Yeah, see, the thing is, baseball is a separate sport, okay? And it's more, you have a team with football. You have 10 other players in football. So if you have a bad day, it's not as much noticed, But on baseball, you're there, 3 strikes, and you're out. So you have to be pretty confident.
What about getting along with kids in a team? What do kids learn from this league about that?
Well, I'll tell you one thing it instills is that they're all one team. No matter what part of the city you're from, they all come together and they play together. And we teach, proper etiquette while they're on the field. The same thing on the field should go home with them, or vice versa.
Right. I mean, it means that, for instance, if you're trying to run for the next base, you got to be aggressive, and at the same time, you got to deal with that.
You have to. You know what I mean? I mean, there's no other way to put it than the way you just put it.
Right. Well, so we should mention that if people want to get involved, I guess one of the other things that they have to worry about with their kids, and maybe it's worse with other sports such as football or hockey, but there are some injuries that kids get from playing baseball.
Correct. I mean, all of our coaches have concussion training that's certified by Little League of America. Most of our coaches are also football coaches. We're affiliated with different football leagues in the greater Boston area. Most of our children have played football, baseball, and basketball. So,
right. By the way, how has this league gone on for the 17 years? Do you see it building up, or maybe it's more of a struggle these days to get people?
I think it's more like the economy. It's rise and fall. It goes up, goes down. Back when the Red Sox won some years back, it was up. Then after it died down for a while, it goes down. You know, if football becomes more popular when the Patriots are winning, then everybody goes to football. You know what I mean? Now that they're losing again, I hate to say that. You know what I mean? Now they go back the other way.
Of course, the other thing about any sport, they say that if you've got a kid who might be struggling to really tune into school, that sometimes getting involved in a sport can be a good way to move up to a higher level.
Well, it definitely is, because when the children play together, they learn together, they're more apt to ask for help from another child, maybe even. You know what I mean? And they have more time on the side. You know, and they definitely don't want to get in any kind of trouble where they can't play. You know, because that's the first thing. Your academics come before baseball, definitely.
So we should mention, as far as tomorrow's event, any place that people should keep in mind where they should go, or some way they can get in touch with the league?
Yes, 15 Talbot Avenue in Dorchester. They can call myself or anyone in the league at 617-799-9423 at any point of time during the day.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being with us.
All right. Thank you.
John Gordon from the Dorchester Roxbury Little League, and we'll have more news in just a moment.